Welcome back to Nature's Glory Cabin Off-Road. Today we're in Hollerwood with the Kentucky Krawlers doing the spring cleanup ride. There were several different groups that went out and we picked an awful lot of trash up in Hollerwood. We're kind of friends of the park, so we go in there once a year and do a cleanup. So we're going to show a little map here where we started out at the office, went down Barker Branch, got on Hollerwood 5, then Hollerwood 7 out to Picnic Point, and we turned around and went back. There'll be another map when we get to that spot. That's TJ leading us out here today. We're on an easy ride, but let me tell you, easy ride isn't always easy in Hollerwood. Sometimes the green trails are a little more challenging than you expect. We got a couple of spots in here we're going to show you. I'm going to take out here and make a right on 1036. We came in from the left to the Hollerwood Park. We're going to make a right and go on down here, and we're going to get to Barker Branch and make a right onto it. Right behind us is Rider Ranch Campground, which is another campground out here. And we're going to zip on down through here a little ways, and we're going to veer off onto Hollerwood 5 off the main road, excuse me, off of Barker Branch. I guess it's the only road out here. Do a little freeze frame here and you'll see the sign for 5 right there. We're going to go on up here a ways. We're going to run into another group of ours that's already picking up trash left out ahead of us. Coming up on them now. Let them do their thing, and we're going to head on out to Picnic Point. Here in a minute we're going to veer on to Hollerwood 7 in order to get there. 5 is a long trail. We'll be back on it later. Parts of it are easier than others. I'm going to zip on back here now. We're going to let a different group go through here, and we're going to shoot across, I believe, onto Hollerwood 7. This is open to all kinds of 4x4s, including side-by-sides, etc. It's a fee area. You pay by the weekend, I believe it is, or a 30-day pass or an annual pass. We have an annual pass. We're up in the area a lot. Go look at HollerwoodAdventurePark.com for more information. Now we're on 7 toward Picnic Point. Picnic Point's a nice big wide spot in the road. Can't see it from these pictures, but there's a Hollerwood sign similar to the Hollywood sign out west over on the rocks, and it'll be on the left out here. I don't have any video or pictures of it at the moment. Lots of room back here, and a lot of people come back and eat. That's why they call it Picnic Point. There's an easy way in and an easy way out and a harder way out. I don't have the harder way out on this. If you looked at my previous Hollerwood video, you can see where I went through the harder way out on these 33s, and I got through it. It was a bit of a challenge, but I got through it. I'm going to pull in here and park. Note everything at least is double timed here, so we're probably driving 3, 4, 5 miles an hour, and this is sped up to, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 10 miles an hour. A lot of room back here for people to get around. Run to other groups, there's room for them to get in and get out. So we're getting out here to pick up trash. I got a little section here that's sped up, and you can see us picking up trash as much as you can on the camera while they're running. We were out 7+ hours on this day. Boiled this down to just under a 30-minute video. All the time, 99% of the stuff we stopped, I just turned it off. Excuse me, cut it out. While if we weren't cleaning or actively doing something. Or various times we stopped for various reasons. Help other people, lunch, etc. I guess you probably just didn't want to see us run around picking up trash all the time. So, and here's some of that from behind. Might see somebody you know in here, so give them a shout out. We were here for quite a while. I boiled this down to probably, gosh, just 2 or 3 minutes. We were probably here half an hour picking up trash. As my sack gets full, you'll see it filling up on the back, and other people have more than one bag of trash on the back of their vehicle, and what you can't see is a lot of them have bags full in their vehicles. Picked up a lot of trash. Once things started growing in the spring, it hit a lot, so you couldn't see as much. So we do these before the flora and the fauna come out. And we've finished picking up. You see those bags on the back of that one. You can see them at a glance there. And we're heading right back out the way we came. There's some bags. Now here's a map leaving Picnic Point. And where we started at Picnic Point, we're going to go down to Hollerwood 3, and we're going to go right on Hollerwood 3, and we're going to go down to 3, and we're going to pick up 5 at the bottom of a hill. Bottom of 5, getting down to the bottom of 5 is a little rougher than you might think. This is 3. This hill right here is plenty slick. The wetter it is, the slicker it is. You have very little control. Just kind of try to go with the flow and stay in the ruts and take it easy. Don't try to fight it, and don't try to overdrive it. It'll slip slide you around. We're going to get down here after we turn. There's a lot of other stuff that I just didn't show. There's that hill coming down behind it. And once you get down the hill, it's just a lot of, well, not a lot, but it's just more mud and just easier driving. We have one spot I left in here where we went up a little spot that took a little more technical work to get up it. Again, I boiled 7+ hours down to just under 30 minutes, so you can see I cut a lot out. And here's the little spot. I went up a little far to the left. I probably should have gone to the right. And I ended up, a couple of tries at this, ended up going a little higher left, and I got on through it. And we'll have that, I think, from the rear too, and we'll also show Abby coming up behind me. She took a different line than me, and she spun and slid a little bit, but she got on up it. And I believe she's on 31s or 32s, mostly street tires, all terrains probably. She does a good job of driving that vehicle. It's a JK. Here she comes. And there's that from behind. You'll see how I slip and slide a little bit, throw a little mud. And that shadow antenna you see sticking up the top is my WeBoost. It's my cell phone antenna booster. And varying degrees of success with it. It can't make something out of nothing. And back at a lot of these places, there's nothing. Somewhere I have a video I need to put together on installing the WeBoost. I don't know when I'll get to that. I might wait until I get the pieces to be able to swap it back and forth between this Jeep and the JL. I'm not going to buy everything. I'm just going to buy the pieces it takes to swap over. And here we're going to see Abby coming up. Let's see, she went a little further to the right and spun a little bit through a little mud and got right up it. And here we stopped again. I don't know how many times we stopped. I just left a few in for picking up trash. You can't see but just so much because we were off in the woods to the left and the right quite often. So we're moving on down. Now we're going down 3 to a spot where we're going to eat lunch at the intersection of 5. This is pretty rough and pretty rutted. The camera doesn't do this justice. We end up meeting a pretty stock Cherokee and a side-by-side here in a minute. They came down this and they had returned to come back because they couldn't make it through the other end. They came back to here and couldn't make it out. So they ended up going with us and some decisions were made, and they ended up being towed out of here. Excuse me, pulled out, I wouldn't say towed. Pulled out up that hill later. We didn't get that because they separated from us and we went a different way. Now we're stopping here for lunch. We were here for quite a while picking up a bunch of trash. Here's our group coming in from behind me. See us pick a little trash up there. Several other groups passed in front of us here. I don't know how much of it I left in. And there's the other group going through. I don't think it's our group. I could be wrong. It could be one of ours. We didn't have any side-by-sides. They don't believe in our group. Here comes the stock Cherokee on like 31, 32s that came down the hill, turned around, came back, and there's a side-by-side with him. And they're thinking about trying to get back up. They're not able to. So they hung out with us for a while, and they ended up following us for a while. And we got them through some obstacles, and there was one at the end, a little pinch point rock, that they ended up turning around and going back. Several people turned around and went back, and a few of us went on through. We'll show you that when we get there. So we've had our lunch, and we're taking on off. With a Cherokee and a side-by-side in tow. I take that back, not tow yet, just following. Join the group. we let them join the group. That's unusual. A lot of these rides, the insurance doesn't allow it, but this particular one, being a Hollerwood ride, I believe was different. So before you join a group, you probably should ask. I know that other groups I ride with don't let other people drive it. This here, I believe, is called Sidewinder. It's pretty muddy, pretty slick, and the exit on the other end is kind of sharp. This is TJ and his Comanche. He's long enough. I guess this where length helps. His Comanche just got right through it. We'll watch him here. I tried to video him going through here. Hard to walk on this side. I was trying to walk and try not to kill myself and fall down. Yep, see, I kind of slipped there a little bit. Water's a little deeper there, and then the exit on the end down there is kind of steep. It's mud, but it's kind of steep. I got hung up there and had to pull line. It's awful close on the sides. You can't open your door, among other things. He got right up it. And here I go. And you can see the side camera a little bit. You can show us a little bit more. I've got some cell phone video coming up where Jessica videoed me. Excuse me, Jennifer. A couple of J's in the club and I get them mixed up. And you can see the water there. It's relatively deep, about half, 2/3 up at 33. And we're going on down here. Here's the mud end. It's kind of steep coming out, and it's also it's rutted on both sides, so you drag. What stopped me dead there, I found out later, was my steering box. I've had a skid plate in the garage for quite some time and never put it on. Had it been on there, it might have given me just enough slip to get up that. But we'll never know. Because it's on it now, and the next time I go back, it'll be on there. Yeah, don't forget, I'm still on 33s with 3.5 inch left, 3.25 inch left. And I go just about anywhere, but occasionally I do have a problem. Here that is in cell phone video. Going on down through there, very similar to how I filmed TJ, until I hit the dead stop. I mean, it was a dead stop. Time to winch. Again, I hit the steering box in the mud. When I pulled it out later, I saw that it was caked in mud pretty good. It's pretty much a dead stop. But that's what the equipment's for, and this is why you don't travel alone, so you have help. I guess I could have got out that door, but it wouldn't have been easy. I just needed that little bit of extra, and it pulled me right out of there. I'm gonna go up here, turn around, and set up if anybody else needs it. I expect that Abby here behind me is going to need it because she's similar, and I don't know if anybody else will or not. At this moment, I don't know. It kind of doesn't look too impressive from behind, but again, camera flattens stuff out. Things just don't look like they seem sometimes. And here we go, we're gonna hit a dead stop. Boom, dead stop. I hit it a couple of more times just to see if I can do it, but no mas. Not gonna do it, no luck. I backed way up this time, hit it harder than I probably should have. But hey, what can you say? Didn't break anything on this trip. I think I weakened it all up for the next trip, as you've probably seen where I had other kinds of trouble later. But it is what it is. And you can see where I was dragging my 8.8 skid plate there in the middle, and I'm pulling myself out, and there it is. Now I'm going to turn around and see help anybody that needs it. I only actually helped Abby. I think she was the only one. All the rest of them made it, and the guy in the Cherokee had a guy in front of him that towed him out with a tow rope, so it was all good. There was also a bunch of trash around here that we picked up that you don't see. I mean, just piles of it. And we all loaded it up and hauled it out of there. Try to be a good steward. anywhere you are. Whether you're paying for a pass or you're doing it free in the backcountry byway, try to take care of it. And we got her right out. I'm still going to sit here a minute just in case. And you'll get a good side view of the folks with us as they go by me. There's Angry Bob. Metal Cloak, no real name. This is the Grinch. He's in front of the Cherokee, and he's gonna hook to him and pull him out. He kind of took him under his wing and decided he was gonna help him out. Pulled him right out. There was a lot more to it than that. They were there for a while. Just understand, something can go wrong anytime. There's always a reason to slow you down. Whether it's you or whether it's somebody else. I have rarely made it through one of these trails without something slowing me down. Single trail maybe. The whole day, I don't think I've ever done it the whole day. Not had to slow down for some reason. And we got everybody through it. A little of that trash on the back of that one. I wanted to make sure you saw that. That's what we did on this day. I think we're done picking up trash for now. We're going to go down here and we're going to go down a hill. It's just a lot of pretty smooth stuff. We met some vehicles, side-by-sides and other things. We had to get out of the way some side-by-sides, let them through. We're kind of slow compared to everybody else. Side-by-sides go through a whole lot faster. You just don't see that. And this is the place where we stop, because up and to the right is where we're going. Up and to the left, I believe somebody said is, I don't know what it is, it's something else. But we're going to go up and to the right. We're going to exit the park back here. This is some kind of rock pinch point, and we spent, I guess, an hour sitting here waiting for everybody to decide what they were going to do. The Cherokee and a few others decided to go back. The guy in the Grinch, took him under his wing, took him back the other way, and pulled him back up that hill on 3. And here we are going up to the rock. I was rock, pinch point, narrow rock, I don't know, call it what you will. I don't know the name of it. I'm sure somebody does. We're going to go out the back here and end up down at Sand Lick over the hill. That's Abby going in the rocks. Video doesn't really do this justice. It was a little harder than it looked. I just may not have hit it right. It looked like she got it through a lot easier than me. I don't think I cut anything out of hers. And here I am trying it. I have that skid plate on that rear end, and I beat that thing to death. I hit it several times. They kept telling me I was on my differential, and I said, no, I'm not. I'm on the skid plate. So we finally just hit it hard and got out of there. We tried a few things here. They were directing me to kind of keep me off my rear diff, and it really didn't do any good. I tried to climb this rock on the left, but every time I went up it, I'd slide off before my rear tire could get to it. You'll see the rock slider take a hit here in a minute. Decided to try to climb this rock. Muddy here, so didn't want to climb the rock. You see I'd come down on it. Rock slider packed it a couple of times there. Watch your hood danced on the other side. You can see all those rocks. Once they finally realized that, bam, rock slider, that I was just going to hit that rear end, we just picked a good best spot we could, and let that rock slider, that rear slider on the rear end, just hit it and slide right over it. It also protects the pinion. It's a Kevin's off-road piece out of Arizona. Really like that thing for an 8.8. It's really solid. It fits right up against the rear end. It only takes the thickness of the steel away in ground clearance, like 3/16. It's a nice unit. I have beat it to death. Again, 33s, 3¼ inch lift. Everybody doing a little calculating here, trying to see, and I think we just finally just go with it. We'll get over it. Enjoy watching me beat it to death. And there we are. We got over it. I think I was the last one. Again, a lot of folks turned around and went back. And here it is from behind. Now I know this is a little slow, but you get a little better perspective, hopefully, with the rocks from behind. I did cut out some of the stops. See my bag of trash there? It's pretty full. Again, don't forget this has been sped up. It took a lot longer than the time it takes to sit here and watch it. Now I didn't speed it up a whole lot because it gets hard to watch when you speed it up more than about twice as fast. Only thing I speed up much faster is when we're sitting still, things like that. See that bag of trash smacking that tire? It's hitting pretty hard. Throw in some mud too. Be patient, I'll get over it. This should be it. We should be getting over it now. There we go. It doesn't look impressive from there, but you can see that's a tight point with about 3 big rocks, one on each side and one in the middle. Now we've just gone over the hill and we're back in the water. We had thought we were going to go out one way, and then since we realized what time it was, we decided to turn back around and go another way. You'll get to see everybody again when we turn around here, as we the folks that went through the pinch point there. We are out of the park. We are not in Hollerwood anymore. We're down on Sand Lick. This is a pretty popular way to go in and out of the park. But don't forget, it's a fee area. You need to be paying for your fees. There we go. We're meeting the group again. There's TJ in the front. We were running short of time. We were supposed to be back by a certain time, so we were trying to get back. It looks like we picked up a couple of side-by-sides behind us here. Again, they're not really with us, but since we're in the fee park, they can go anywhere they want because they've paid for their right to be there. This next map that's going to pop up here is going to take us from about where we are now all the way up to, gosh, I'll have to look at it and see. I think 1639, but I could be wrong. Yep, that's what we're doing. We're going from where we are on Sand Lick right now, pretty much, to this little rock climb in the creek, Sand Lick out to 1639, and then right on out. And we'll go show you how to get to Hollerwood on Highway 11/15, then Highway 11. I didn't show that going in. There's a little drop off on Sand Lick. It's a nice little spot. Mostly just showing the water crossings here. There's quite a few of them. Show you the better ones. I didn't show them all. If you watch my other video, we came out into Sand Lick, but we also went past Big Widowmaker and Little Widowmaker. I don't think we did that on this trip. I think we went a different way. There's about 3 ways to get out of there. always remember things change. Gosh, you never know how deep the water is going to be, or a tree may be down. I've done these back to back, day to day, and I've seen changes day to day on these trails. I always carry a battery operated chainsaw. I've got ropes and winch and all kinds of stuff to hopefully get me out of trouble. Now we're at the little rock climb here. It's optional. You can go around it to the right if you want to in the creek, but most people opt to go up it depending on your equipment. There's Jennifer going up it. I didn't get any closer with her. Somehow I got up here when Abby was doing it, and I got her going up it. And then I only have me from my point of view, and from the rear, I believe, a piece of that. It's a nice little climb. A lot of times I'll scrape the bumper. You'll see the sacket hit the water. Wash a little bit of that trash out while we're at it. We sat here for a while. This is a nice little wide spot to hang out. And it's pretty much the end of it. There's still some more crossings, but that's pretty much it. Just follow it right on out. Again, there's other places to stop as well. This is just the most popular one right by that rock climb. And I think we stopped and picked up more trash in a couple more places that I didn't get in here. Camera wasn't aiming the right way a lot of times to get it. So here we are back out on the road after we come out of Sand Lake. And now this coming up map is going to take us from 1639 down to Highway 11/15 and right back to where the underpass is in Slade on 11. So now we're heading on out 1639. Right there that sign says Sand Lick. Turns into 1639 down through, takes 1639 all the way out to Highway 11/15 south. They both merge together here. There's the sign, 1115. We're going to get here in a second. We're going to come under the bridge. We're going to make a right here on 1115 south. Again, they're the same coming out of Stanton. Here we're showing all the way up, coming down south, Highway 11 south at the underpass and going all the way to 1036 and we're right back to the Hollerwood office where we started. So if you need to know how to get there, this will show you how to get there. Right under the Mountain Parkway exit, and we'll go past the rest area. If you take the Mountain Parkway, you get off at exit 33 and make a right, and it'll put you exactly right here where we're sitting, and that rest area is to your right. We'll go all the way up here to 1036. After a few miles, see the sign, make a right on 1036. And then we're going to go down through here a little ways, and we're going to pass the entrance to Fixer Lico. Notice that building to the right, and Fixer Lico is right there on the left. It's not marked if you're interested. It's on the way to Hollerwood. We'll get on up here and right back into the Hollerwood office, and we stop here and wave to everybody, and then we end up just going home from here and waiting everybody to get back. Hope everybody's enjoyed this. Come back. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. See you next time.